You still flying off the high of last night?
Not really. No, you got to keep a pretty even keel in this profession. So
Sounds good.
No, just wanted to focus on practice today. We had a few skaters out and just tried to get our legs back on this and get ready for tomorrow.
How do you plan on handling this week? Has the coaches told you anything about whether they'd like to get you in either Wednesday or Friday?
I'm not sure. I'm gonna prepare like I'm playing every game. That's all I can really do. I'm not real sure what the situation is going to be, but if I'm called upon, I'll be ready.
Was it kind of a pleasant surprise that you didn't have any rust, so to speak, last night?
Well, there was rust. There was a lot of rust, especially in the second period. I got quite lucky with a number of rebounds off my glove, and the first shot went off the post. So it was, but it kind of got back into it a bit quicker than I was expecting, and felt pretty comfortable in the end of the game.
You say there was rust. Is that the mental, the focus part, or cardio, or what?
Oh, it's just it's like when you come back from anything, you're just not as sharp as when you're doing it every day. And you can practice as much as you want, but a game's a totally different thing. And it was just it wasn't anything serious. I think it was just one of those couple things that I was expecting not to be real sharp with, but I just tried to battle and try and hopefully the puck hit me.
Last night's shootout looked a lot different than when we saw your first shootout about a month and a half ago. Were you working on some things?
Yeah, it's one of the big things that I wanted to work on when I got sent down, and obviously I hadn't played a ton of games and more practices than games, so that was something that I was able to work on, and just the patience factor, I think, especially with my knee not feeling as well as it usually does. I think I almost had to force myself to be more patient, and it was kind of a blessing in disguise because I was forced into doing that, and that's obviously the right way to go.
Is it good for you when you missed a considerable amount of time with an injury to have that first game just to get that confidence back and say, hey, this feels okay?
Yeah, you still got to treat it like any other game. I think the biggest thing is just not to focus on your injury or whatever, and just get back to where you left off. And I just try to tell myself just to not get too frustrated if things weren't going as well as they usually do. And it's kind of the way it was in the second period. 7 rebounds usually would have frustrated me a bit, and I was able to keep my cool.
On a nerve side, is it easier when you're thrown in the second period instead of having all day to think about the game that night?
Yes and no. I think it all depends. I think I'm confident in myself in the way that I prepare on game day in order to make sure that I feel confident. And then if you get put in, it's basically just running off adrenaline. You're just trying to use the excitement of getting put into the game in order to use that as fuel